And we are live.
Well,
Hello.
hello again. I was with you yesterday, but I was in the comments, and
Yes. And
yeah,
today we're kind of the other way around, except I'm not in the comments. I'm just a voice, a mysterious voice.
yeah, mysterious voice. Nobody knows, like maybe I'm the only one who hear that voice. Who knows?
I know, I know. Can you guys can everybody else hear me, or is it just Olga? Who knows? Don't tell her that you can hear her. It'll be
So
funny, I promise.
I'm quite excited because I was on the crafty block, like not allowance, because yeah, we have a little injury. But I was very good girl today. I was wearing the brace entire day, so I think I will be allowed to take it off for a while and play a little bit. And yeah, yeah, I am very excited because those are really cool.
It's gonna be good, but we definitely need to make sure that you don't play too much, just because
Please,
we need your arm not to fall off. Hello, everybody. Hello. Can you see comments, Olga, or do you need me to read them out?
No, I don't see the comments. I think that
Oh,
if there will be something important, then you will tell me. I can't get too distracted because
okay.
I want to just, kind of,
She's ready to go. She's ready to go.
yeah,
Okay. Should we switch over, right?
yeah. You can
Let-
switch the camera desk, okay? So
Okay.
I can put the other camera away, and I can take off my guard. Oh my
Um,
God, it feels so good. Okay, okay. So we can switch over, and here is my playing area. Okay, those are papers that I was heavily considering for that project, but then I came up with the idea of playing with molds and with the last Decoupage Queen release. I absolutely love this paper. I love the black and I love the white version. And I thought that I will make it easy for myself and I will use the black one. My base is um, it's acrylic plate, but
it's
that
beautiful.
of the material is suitable for decoupage and all kinds of crafting. And
Mhm.
um, I have those beautiful babies that everyone talk about. I have also some casts that I will show you in a second. I think we will stick the paper, and while paper is sticking, we will go through the molds because I have a lot uh, of stuff molded, and I have a lot to say about them. Okay, and
Yeah.
that special occasion will call for very special thing. And I have brand new brushes that I never used before, so here we go. They were given me by Nikki. Okay, so
Nice.
my plan is, and I might be like completely fluffing it up. My plan is to cut a rough circle from the paper with water, of course, so the edges will kind of blend in.
Right. Yeah.
But I will lose all the big flowers. So yesterday I made a great effort of fussy cutting with the brace on. That was hilarious. And I cut out some of the pieces that I have on that leftover part. So I will just try to blend it in with the pattern. And then I will make a frame from the moldings because I might get really excited about those molds, and I might
Just a little bit.
I might pour a couple of them, and they they look gorgeous when they arrive, I knew that they will be gorgeous. I knew
Mhm.
that they will be gorgeous before I hold them in my hand. But when I uncasted them, oh my God. Okay.
They are just so beautiful, and I'm so jealous. Just really quickly before I forget, if you guys are enjoying this, please go ahead and share this live stream with people that you think might enjoy it too. And of course, we are here today, kind of creating with the new molds from Lablanche that are now available through the Royal Court retailers, which in the US. So if you are after these molds in the US, please go ahead and check out the link that I just posted in the comments, or just go to the royalcourtarts.com. And then we have a retailers page on there, and you can find a retailer in your area that sells these molds, because they are limited edition. So once they're gone, they're gone. So yeah, kind of we're playing around with them because they're new and they're so exciting.
What Teresa said, all the molds from them are like limited editions. So
Yes.
when they are gone, they are gone. That
Mm-hmm.
gives me a heavy FOMO regarding some of the designs. But after yesterday's stream, because you did it and I did, I know how roughly how many molds I have in a house, how many molds I will not say that how many molds I do own, because some of them are in basement. So I didn't make a trip to go and find them, and I hired my son to help me count my molds, and I
Oh, so you
wrote.
already did it.
Yes, so I counted some of them, and he counted the other ones. He's 12,
Mm-hmm.
so the counting should be good. I'm roughly sitting at 350 molds, without the
Oh,
ones I made myself. But I have a lot of tiny ones. But I thought that it will be fair to
nice.
count them as the unit. Yes. So to go back to yesterday topic. Hello, I'm Olga, and I'm enthusiast.
And she's a mold enthusiast with well over 350 molds in her collection. I think we definitely need to start a support group for her, for all of the Olgas out there.
But I realized that it's actually not a problem. I don't think I have a problem.
I'm so sorry. I don't know who's commenting, because it shows up on in the comments for me as Facebook user, but somebody said that they can't share the live stream. They don't see
Because
the
it's
option. It
because
might be
it's
that you're
not.
in the group and not, because I think you can only share the live stream from the page. So if you are able to, if you have the time, and all of that, if you can go to the Royal Court Arts and Crafts Facebook page, you will see the live stream on there, and then you can share it from there. And it would be really great if you were able to do that.
Okay, sticking them on. And normally I know how to use the brush because, I see on the preview that it looks like it's the first time ever that I'm holding not this particular brush, but any brush. Mm, but bear with me. I promise that on some point I stop being a cripple. I'm happy that I found a solution for
Oh
being
my
able to do something. That's why we are doing such a big project because
Hello,
it's
hello, everybody.
yes, hello,
No,
and there's
it's okay. We understand.
the molds because that is important part.
Mm,
Yesterday you announced the contest with Teresa for people to post their pictures of the collection.
We haven't really announced it yet. We came up with the concept and just said that it's gonna happen right there and then. You saw it first. That's exactly what happened. We had no plans of doing a contest.
I
Um,
just I I just thought that it will be unfair to like provoke that conversation and to say yesterday that I will be the first one to share and not be prepared today. So yeah, I counted my molds. I didn't make a picture just because
oh,
um, you know that is that
is
is
it a
a
step too far?
no. It's another thing, and it's a good thing about those molds, and I was very excited about it because this is the first time that I have Lablanche molds in my hands. And I immediately noticed that they have a different sizing with the elements, a different depth to the mold itself, but they are all the same size. That means I can like the outline is exactly the same. That means they will be so easy to storage to put somewhere. And
Yeah.
that is my problem,
Super
that I
nice.
have a ton of boxes with my molds of different shapes and sizes, and they are just living their best life over there.
Yeah, right. 'Cause, no, I really do agree with that because like it would really help if all companies that made molds, at least if like all of their molds could be the same size, so you could like store them by the brand, um, and easily store them. If they could all be made out of silicone and sturdy and everything, that would be amazing. But you
Yeah,
know.
the plastic ones are kind of big of an issue for me because I didn't have a solution. So I just put them in the giant plastic bucket. It looks disgusting, but you see what's inside. It's not very presentable. If you think about
It's
the
not the most aesthetic, yeah.
yeah, when you think about some of the craft rooms, they are, like
Mhm.
color coordinated and all of that shebang. And mine is nothing like it.
Well, luckily, I don't know. You hide it really well because whenever we do get to see little glimpses of your craft room, it looks very nice. So I don't know if all of the mess is happening like outside of the view of camera.
That's exactly what's happening because camera is set up next to the place that I spend the most time at,
Yeah.
my desk. So I surrounded myself with either my creations that I happen to like. It's not very often that I like something enough to put it in the display. Usually they end up with in the box with like unloved objects.
That is so sad.
Because
Your poor project.
but if you think about it, my very, very favorite projects are usually ones that I make for someone with somebody specific on my
Good
mind.
intent, yeah.
And I do tend to send them, even that I like it, I still send it to the person that I made it for.
Now
Uh,
that is admirable.
so things that I have are either somebody else creations that I like to have around me because then I feel like all my friends are with me and they are spread all around the world. But I can look at their, makes, I can read the greeting cards, and I feel like somebody's with me, like in person.
Mhm.
And all my stuff are on the shelves in the plastic containers so you can see through it. Um, yeah, and I make sure to set up camera in the way that nobody will ever see those hoarding corners that are nifty hidden around my space. Okay, now a weird thing that I will do with my hand. Maybe you will not see. No, you don't
Hello,
have.
Teresa. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hi, Sam.
Here they are. Okay.
Oh, they are so beautiful. Look at them. Even the tray is beautiful.
The tray is our tray for Dungeons and Dragons, and it was the
Oh.
only thing that I could have them, accessible, so I would not make weird gestures during the live stream with my. So yeah, this one needs sanding. So if I will be able to, I will keep using it. But just look at them. That one is
That is
the
so
cocoa
pretty.
one, I believe. Yes,
Yeah.
that one is cocoa one, and it's absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. And I did try to cast them with different things. Mostly, I want to use the Rococo ones, but yesterday, when you were live with Teresa, I also prepped myself some things to prove my point. So from the
Okay,
mold,
we're ready. We're ready. Hello,
uh,
Terry.
hello. So that was the mold that we talked about a lot
Yes,
yesterday.
the Santa
Nickel.
one. Nicholas, yes.
And it's the deepest mold of them all. And he has so much detail into him. Teresa did amazing job with him. But
Mm-hmm.
I like when my product is versatile, when I have more than one use of it. And it's
Yeah,
always useful to have floral elements because you can just, you know, use a piece of it, just the
right.
center
Yeah.
part, and you have completely different ornament. And yes, when you put them next to each other, you can say that that's the same thing, just without the longer part. But each single part of them have so much detail, and that is clay. That is
Very
soft
nice.
drying clay. And from the clay, I made myself a ton of hollies. Okay, the black one
Nice.
so nicely
Yeah,
to camera. So let's
there
go.
we go. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's that piece of the holly that
Right.
Santa is holding here. If somebody is a resin fan, yes, you can cast only holly with resin. If you will put some support underneath your mold, and I would use something quite quick curing and watch it closely, but it would be possible to cast it with the resin as well. And the plan is to surround everything with the Rococo frames and add some hollies. But, but,
Sorry,
but,
I'm just gonna. I have to ask a question. Um, it just popped into my head. You know, with the Santa mold, with casting with resin, because you're more experienced with resin. Like, is there enough room? Would you be able to like mask it off with maybe like a piece of wood or a piece of plastic or acetate or something like that
you don't
to
have
so
to
that it doesn't
use
overpour?
you don't have to use mm, plastic to mask it off. If I want to mask something when I'm pouring the resin, then
Mm-hmm.
I would just fill it with the clay, but with not with the crafty clay, with Play-Doh, for example. You
Right.
fill the entire mold with Play-Doh, and if you know that you will cast that part often,
Mm-hmm.
it's to put the Play-Doh in, put your mold to fridge or freezer for a while, demold it, and take your knife and just cut the edge. So then the Play-Doh
Oh.
will dry. You will have a plastic piece that you can insert your into your mold. And if you just want one single cast, then just put some Play-Doh or something. I would recommend something kids friendly, because then you can be sure that it will not bound with resin.
Mm-hmm.
some of the crafty clay can bound with resin because resin is a plastic, and some of the clay
Right.
include microplastics, so it will bind. But
That is genius. Sorry, Simply Flamazonat is asking, what clay are you using? And hello, everybody. Let's join
this,
in.
the white one is air drying clay. I buy it in my favorite Polish store, and it comes without the branding. It's just a silver packaging, and it's very nice, fluffy air drying clay that is still
Lightweight.
moldable after it dries. Even when it dries, you can use it like you would use resin. When you warm it up and you can bend it, that clay works the same. I did try the black one. Okay, come back here. So the white one, and they are quite fresh because I want to still manipulate them, but I didn't want you to have to suffer through the process of me filling the mold, because that is my favorite hand. That is my dominant hand. Cannot do anything.
Oh my goodness. That is your favorite hand. The other one, not so much.
Feeling stuff, filling the mold with my left hand, where yes, I do have some dexterity in it, but it's not enough to make a nice molding. So instead of embarrassing myself in public, I worked ahead and I made them. They are still quite soft on the bottom
Mhm,
because
mhm.
I kept them on the glass, so the bottom didn't dry, but the top is dry, so I will be able to work on them. And this one is that no brand lightweight clay, and
Yeah,
this is party in black. And I know you cannot see the detail. It casted uh, equally beautifully like the white one.
yeah.
And I did try absolutely everything you can in the mold. Oh, come here, babies. I did try dust clay, and I will be honest that I put them into the freezer.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I would have to leave this one to dry in the mold because of that trellis on the bottom.
yeah,
That is very, very fragile part of the mold. So I just filled it with the dust clay, put it in the freezer for 15 minutes, and then gently peel it off. And we have exactly the same amount of the detail. It doesn't matter which material you will use, they they cast beautifully. I also really
that
appreciate
is
that
so good. With that as well, that came out really nice.
but I would recommend using the freezer. It just freezes the
Yeah,
water
oh yeah, definitely,
and helps
definitely.
you with the molding, and it doesn't have to be for long. Like seriously, 5 minutes is good enough, and you can have all the details. I also casted Santa. He's
Mhm.
now smashed because my cat sat on him.
Oh my God.
So
So he's got some custom details now.
yeah, wait. Where was the nice Santa? Here's the nice Santa. So you can see that his face is a little bit flatter because halfway through the drying process, Cat decided
He's a
to.
little bit more beat up. He's halfway through his deliveries.
Yeah, that's why we have a little bit of cat hair on it, but all the details came out really nice. Okay, so now when I took them off, and I am so proud of myself. I was a good girl. I made the pictures, so I will send them later on. So
Yes.
you can put them for everyone to see, and that is one of the last things that I want to share with you. Is that I forgot how he's called. I'm pretty sure that it's background too, but I don't remember the German word for the background.
One moment. I will actually tell you in just a
I
second.
don't see the packagings.
I have pictures of them somewhere.
Mm. The mold.
I have to look at photos because I don't have the molds yet. Hmm.
So mold looks like that, and it's a beautiful,
Oh,
beautiful, beautiful pattern. That's uh, that's what you get when you pour entire mold up to the rim, because backgrounds don't have it, but elements do have the shavers. Those raised edges here,
yes.
they are for you to be able to shave off the excess of material. So you can overfill your mold and then just take your palette knife and use that raised edge as a guide for
Mm-hmm.
smoothing the surface. If you don't have that edge, even if you try to go very smoothly, at some point the
Right,
knife,
you need a very big, like a metal ruler or something like that.
big knife
Yeah.
or a lot of experience. So this one helps a lot. I will be completely honest, I don't feel the molds that are so deep all the way through. Like if you look at it, this one is one of the casts for pictures, so it's full mold.
Yeah.
And that is my regular
Ah,
thickness,
okay.
and it's just because I like to bend them, and it's
Yeah.
easier to bend when they are a little bit thinner.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the molds have the really cool option of, I call it thin pour. I have no idea how to call it in a different way. When
Oh,
you
yeah. Well, I think that's probably the most descriptive.
Usually when you have the mold with multi levels, you can pour only part of the pattern. Here, I went lazy and I used the outline, and of course I have those little beatsies. They are somewhere here. They are hanging around with my, oh yeah, they are here. Come here, come here. I just put half of the resin amount that I put for the full one, and I just went with my silicone tool with the scraper on top of it to smooth it out. And the back is quite smooth as well. And you have the frame and the
That's so
little pieces. With this one, I didn't have it in me yet, but you could actually pour only the ornamental part. But to do that in the mold that is so narrow here, when you don't have the access with your tool to remove the access, you would have to know how much resin to put inside. And
Mm-hmm.
I did try to do it with this one. This one is such a beauty. When I looked at the mold itself, I see the details, but I was scared that it will be mm, not dimensional enough.
Yeah.
And watch me being so wrong, because it is not such a thick of a mold like this
Right.
one.
Yeah. It's much thinner.
It's a half of the size,
Mm-hmm.
but you have a ton of detail, and that detail you can pick it up with the wax for sure, or with the dry brush, or with the paint. Because I did try to sand it off, but my hand didn't want it to help me. I'm pretty sure that couple days from now, when I will get more mobility, I will be able to pour only the floral detail from this
Yeah.
one.
And
That
it's
means the
so
mold
beautiful.
has to be quite, though it's flat, it have to be deep enough for you to
Yeah.
do that. Because like with this detail, though the mold is deep, pouring only those details with it takes a patience that I don't have. I might be psychopath and I'm up for many, many weird stuff, but I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me to pour such a tiny,
I
itsy bitsy
think
details.
for things like that, you definitely would need a longer setting resin, so something that has a little bit more life, right? So, while it's before it sets.
What
So
do you mean,
that
Mark? 2 minutes. Oh, I have 2 minutes of the pouring time. It's
Mm.
plenty of time. And
Mhm.
and remember that thinner layer of resin is, longer it will cure. The bulk will cure faster because
Yes,
it heats up,
heat
and
itself up. Yeah.
yeah, and then it will cure itself. Though never use heat gun on resin that is not set. Don't try to warm it up like
Oh
that.
goodness.
You
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Don't
can
try
put,
and help it.
you can put it on the radiator. That would be fine. But
Mm-hmm.
heating will generate too much heat, and you can poison yourself with the resin vapors, with the stuff that are still over uncured resin. We also never
Right.
sniff or inhale uncured resin because it can set in your lungs if you will inhale it, and when it's set in your lungs, then it stays there. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, it's not coming back out. In general, if you are trying to use a resin, and somebody said in the comments earlier, oh, Simply Flamazing Art. I know she's just left, but she said she will be watching in replay. She doesn't have that much experience, but she's done a few things with resin. So, anybody that is not familiar with resin, my best advice would be please always wear gloves, first of all, whenever you are mixing resin, working with resin, anything like that. Always, always, always wear gloves. Always wear some kind of protection for your breathing. Like a mask. Any kind of mask is going to be better than no mask at all. And if you can leave all of your windows open, ideally do it in a different room. I tend to do mine in a different room because it tends to, like, I have the one that sets for it takes about 40 minutes for it to set. So I always
Oh,
do mine in the kitchen instead, and then I can go and carry on doing whatever I need to do in the living room, and I don't have to sit there and be smelling resin.
do
So
you have the patience to wait 40 minutes? Because
you know, at first, I didn't. It took me a little while to get to um, to to accept it for what it is. It was really difficult at first, but then once I realized the benefits of the fact that I can actually mix up like 80 milliliters of resin and just do it all in one pour, and then I can go and do
how
whatever
many
for a little bit.
how much are you mixing altogether? 80?
80.
Where did you get the cup big enough? Because mine fits
Oh,
68.
it's like almost to the top. It's almost overpouring. Hence why, like, I always recommend wearing gloves, definitely.
I would say that when I was pouring those guys, if I pour one or two more, they are quite big, and more of them you have, you will be able to smell it.
Mm-hmm.
Smelling When you smell the smell of resin, it's not like it will immediately get to your lung. It You have to be quite close to inhale the microplastics. So you would have to just put your face next to it and sniff it like it off. But to be safe, when I was doing them all at the same time, I would leave them in the other room. And when I'm
Mm-hmm.
pouring glasses, because that's why I have so many molds, because usually I'm using them for class
Olga
projects.
does a lot of in-person classes, so if anybody's looking to hire her to, do classes in person anywhere, hit her up. Also, she has a Patreon where she does online classes. So if you're looking to learn
Oh,
more from her, be sure to check it out. Shameless plug. Be sure to check it out because she is an encyclopedia for creative stuff. She has incredible amount of knowledge about literally any topic. So if you're looking to learn about anything, like, you really need to sign up for Olga's classes. Mm-hmm.
Back to resin. When it's
Mm-hmm.
all, I have that. I don't know the English word, but it's a mask that have all the check marks. It have filters on the sides, and I bought it as a gas mask, but it's not the one like when you think about post-apocalyptic gas masks, the one that covers entire face. It covers just the
All
mouth
places, yeah.
um, and and your nose. And believe it or not, Amazon is reminding me about exchanging filters in this one. Um, and I do wear it when I'm pouring the resin just to be safe. And usually I will leave it to cure in the other room. I would pour smaller amount in the room that I'm working in, but we
Mm-hmm.
sleep here, so I would not pour molds like entire desk and just go to sleep.
Yeah.
Definitely no, because
No. Yeah.
you will get headache. Basically, it's not poisoning, but it is a headache, and it is safe if you use all the safety precautions. Then you are safe to play and enjoy the product and enjoy the process. But if you are not careful enough, and if you will start to do stupid things, then it might happen that you will harm yourself, because in theory, resin is not crafty dedicated product. It's
Yeah. It's an
mine.
industrial product.
Yeah, mine comes with the warning that it's a product tend to use by specialists.
Yeah,
It's
professionals. Mm-hmm.
very, yeah, it's only for professional use. And I learned everything I know about resin from Bella. She shared some of her knowledge. Then I did experiment, and I did read everything that anyone ever written in internet in that
That's what I'm
topic.
saying. She knows everything there is to know about everything.
So
Um,
now,
that
now
looks
we are getting to
beautiful.
my dilemma. Should I paint them black and go with
Um,
powders, or should I make them white? Because I think that with chrome powders, they will look so nice
I
around
think
my.
you have to. I think you have to go with painting
I'm
them black and then adding chrome powders.
thinking about those chrome powders. I have to admit that I was excited about the chrome powders and about
Mm,
them. I will use them today. So I will paint them with the pan powder black gesso. I
yeah,
will just have myself a silly mat. So, oops, stay here. So a silicone mat, okay. And yeah, I want to use two of those. And now we have to work. No, it's the same one. See? Um, by the way, if if enough people want to know more about certain topics, I would be happy to hop in and do a demonstration if there will be a need for that, and explain everything in depth. I can also talk about Sneapart if Sneapart will allow me, because maybe they will be too embarrassed with my today performance.
oh
Let
my
me
God,
speak
why would
to them now. But yeah.
you make me laugh? Okay, what are you doing right now? Are you creating the composition of,
Yes,
like, how they're gonna go?
I know that I want this one here and this one here. I
Is
was
it
thinking
gonna be
about
turned around, mirrored, or are they
yeah,
gonna
I
be
want
both?
to make a frame around, because we have the dimensional elements over here. And as
Mm-hmm.
soon as they are on, I will cover them uh, with clay.
Yeah.
And then we'll go with the crumb powders. Right now, I just check how many of them I need, and I will gesso black only the parts that will overlap with paper to not have too much of the black on paper itself, because on the edges I can easily go around here with those details. I'm not sure if today I would be able to take a tiny brush and
Yeah, no.
work it around. So just the parts that I know that will stick out on the paper, I will cover with gesso, and then we will stick everything, and that one goes this way. If we are
Mm-hmm.
symmetrical, we have to be symmetrical. No flipping
Absolutely.
around. No.
Mm-mm, no, not with elements like that. I mean, you can, but um, not in this instance, I don't.
I could, but it's the thing like with flowers. I know that I can put an even amount of flowers on my project, and that is perfectly fine to have an even amount of objects on your project. Will I fall asleep knowing that my project have even amount of elements on it? No, I will not. I will have to get up and either take one off or add one in, because otherwise it's an even number, and that is very hard for me to
What
do.
do you lose sleep over at night, huh? Let us know. Olga can't sleep if she has an even amount of flowers on her projects.
I often also have very weird questions in my head, and I also have to know the answer for them immediately. Otherwise,
Oh,
no. And those are
yes.
questions like, can squirrels see the colors or not? Yeah.
That is a very good question. I don't know the answer to that question.
Mm, they can, but not the full spectrum.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
So just a reminder for everybody, if you are just kind of tuning in into the live stream, and you're not sure what's happening here, we're just playing around with the new Lablanche molds that are now also available in the US from our retailers, which are you can access the list of all of our retailers through the link that I just posted in the comments. So go check them out if you would like to get your hands on them. They are limited edition, so once they're gone, they're gone.
That's the worst thing that Teresa could say yesterday. That
I know.
limited edition. And by the way, yesterday the Santa was halfway uh, through.
Hmm.
The shop was halfway through done. So, um, you know, I'm not saying anything.
Um, I honestly, I can't with all of you. I don't know when my mold will be with me.
You know,
And I keep seeing all of you playing with them.
yesterday when I saw Teresa's piece, how
Hmm.
really nicely she combined them all together in that
She
scene.
really did a good job.
I was like, oh my God, I'm so stealing that idea. I also was mesmerized about the idea for a tree. So if you guys want to, first of all, hear the story how Teresa and Iveta met, and it was an awesome story time.
Yeah.
Second of all, if you want to see a couple of quick ideas for very beautiful and nice project, Teresa shared more than couple ideas
I
for.
will find the live stream and I'll post it in the comments in case if you guys wanted to go back to it and watch it later
Yeah,
after we're finished here.
we
Not right
talked,
now. Right now, stay here.
we talked about the contest there, and oh shoot, wait, the battery. No,
Oh
no, don't.
no! Oh no! Oh no!
My
Oh
God.
no! It's okay. It's okay. If it goes, then I'm still here. I'm still here. So everybody, just be prepared, just in case if Olga disappears. You'll just have to listen to me go for a few minutes until she's back. So
I made it. I noticed that my screen made like.
oh, okay, okay. It's a good job that it makes a sound at least to pre-warn you.
Usually
I
I
just
don't hear
posted the
it.
link in the comments for our live stream yesterday where Teresa shared a few really, really, really nice ideas of how to use the molds. I really liked the one with the trees, with the Rococo elements.
Because you know, in the moment when she said that it looks like chandelier, I knew that
Yes,
you see that, and your eyes are just sparkling, like, oh my God,
I
it is.
know. I know it's like those moments in in cartoons when somebody sees money and their eyes turn into dollar signs. Like it was that, but with chandeliers in my eyes instead. It's like the ching moment, but with chandeliers.
Yeah, with chandelier or the circus theme, I'm sure that every time when somebody, mention one of those two
Yes,
themes, no matter
yes.
where are you and what you are doing, during, in your day, you get that thing
Yeah,
moment.
it's like my special signal. It's like bad signal, but Yvette's signal.
Oh, Yvette, we all know that Yvette's signal would have to include Yvette.
The circus theme tune. Funnily enough, you say that, but actually, right. So when me and Samantha, if she's still in the comments, went to see Cirque du Soleil in London earlier this year. The show that we went to watch, there was actually a bit in there where there's these amazing w- women acrobats, I don't know, dancers, how you would call them, circus performers, and they were doing just incredible stuff while swinging from chandeliers.
Is
um
that the moment when they have those scarves and they drop down and leave themselves up like yo-yo on
a bit like that, yeah, yeah, but like the chandeliers themselves also, they were huge, and
I imagine, like everyone are like, oh, look at the performance, and you are sitting there, look at that chandelier.
yeah. Right, that's literally exactly what was happening. Exactly. I was there. I was sneaking out my phone, every now and then to take reference photos
Did you
of
have
all of
to
the props.
did you had to sneak your phone on the performance? There was
No, but
no.
I didn't want to be one of those rude people that just kind of get their phone out in the middle of performance and they're like, filming and everything. I'm doing the hand gestures and everything. I'm not on camera, but I'm like, just so you know,
I can hear it in your voice.
behind the camera, I'm like doing everything with my hands. Hi, David. How are
Hello.
you?
Can't
Yeah.
make fun of the crippled friend. I scooped out the heavy body gel on the plate just because it's easier for me, and I can use the hand that we don't like too much. That other one, the
Yeah.
one I have to.
The spare hand.
Yeah, the one that I have, the only one that I have left working, but it's quite well. It's quite okay. I didn't drop too many things. At least you didn't witness me dropping too many things.
Not yet.
That was so annoying the other day because I really, like how long it have been? 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and I had to stop crafting in the middle of the project, in the middle of making miniature, and I don't think that next week
Mm,
it will be good enough for me to come back to it, because I just cannot hold the tiny objects. I I hold the stick right now, but I'm not sure actually if I'm holding it or not. I don't feel it.
that is
So
insane. Hi, Irma. Hi, Isabel.
I
It,
feel that
it's
it's trapped muscle, because everything shows that it's trapped muscle or vascular issue, and I tomorrow I will not go. I will be dragged to a doctor.
yeah,
Yeah,
you will.
so
Yeah,
we will
you definitely.
know for
Somebody
sure.
needs to drag you to the doctors. Yes, because it's been too long. I just
I'm
wanted to say,
fine.
how
I'm
perfect are
wonderful.
these elements for that plate?
Um,
They fit so well on there.
I think that I might. It will sound stupid, because me and numbers don't work too well together. But yesterday I did some kind of weird Olga advanced math to calculate how many of the little ones I will need. Because you can see that I have not a single one of those long ones left, because I
Mm-hmm.
many were needed. I have no idea how it happened and how I came up with that number.
With the
Uh,
math.
yeah, with the math, I think that I did stretched out one of the elements that I made,
Ah,
measured
mhm.
how long it is, and then checked with the piece of string how to go around the plate and how long it will be.
Oh
But
my God.
I will be fine.
So Olga actually did like all of the, like proper measurements. She did the pie and everything.
Yeah,
Hello,
I
Fiona. Hi, Nikki.
did, because I wanted to be sure that
Got the formula sound.
no matter what, I will have something done, and I will not embarrass myself and you and the royal court. Oh, I have a funny story about the royal court. Um,
You do?
yes, so I was chit chatting with my bestie earlier,
Yes.
and we were FaceTiming, and I'm telling her like, oh, and I will go for to a royal court for a live stream. And
Yes.
she looked at me and she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, a royal court, and I have a live stream. And she was like, I do understand the word live stream. I know what the royal court is. How you will get to UK so fast? And I'm like, what do you mean? I don't have
Oh
to
my
go
God.
to. And believe it or not, but there is a real royal court in UK, and I didn't even thought about it. Hmm.
Oh my God. Okay, so she thought you were actually going to see the queen.
The king.
Okay, yeah, sorry, sorry, sorry. I'm not used to this. I'm so sorry. Okay, everybody. No offense.
I
I don't
want
think
that
about it very often.
is living in UK. So if you want to come for,
Um,
I live in
I
Germany,
think I'm gonna. Um,
and somehow still she is more confused than I am. But it took
I
uh,
don't think about it very often.
I don't get out a lot.
I don't get out either.
But
I really don't.
the, I
Um,
couldn't get where the confusion is coming from, because I was convinced that we are both on the same page, and that she is just making fun of me in some kind of way, and she genuinely thought that in that stripy blouse of mine and with my brace and all, that I'm looking like I looked at the beginning of the live stream, and looking like that I
just a
have a
casual visit.
I will casually pop into Buckingham Palace like, hey.
Okay, interesting. Very interesting. There, out of all of the possibilities, that is the one that, and there was no questions why,
No,
was there?
she didn't ask why or anything like that.
I love it. That I love that it's all about the logistics. It's all
Yeah,
about the
her,
like.
her
Wait,
question,
how are you gonna get there? Not why you're going
her
to
question
Buckingham
was
Palace.
because she's a little bit like you. So when I said that it's at 6 p.m. our time, and we were talking, I don't know, I think around 4. So,
Yeah.
it's 2 hours, and she was worried that I will miss my plane or something like that. Definitely. She was like, okay, I'm not around, and she's waiting to the last minute, like always. Uh,
Well, she's a good friend, definitely. She's a keeper.
she is. I keep her,
Cause
oh my God, a long time. I think that over 10 years,
oh wow,
might be.
that is a long
I
time.
plan to continue keeping her. I mean, after she watched that one, she might send me like,
Hey, yeah.
this, yeah, please don't call that number anymore, stranger. Who are you? Okay. So I did added my elements in 4 spots because we started to talk, and now we have very symmetrical thing to deal with. So
Mm-hmm.
um,
Can't
I
have that.
I did cast the different parts of that holly because it's an entire cluster, and some parts have smaller leaves, some have bigger ones. So I will just connect. No, it's 3. No, it's 4. Okay, so we will connect those two, and they will be on one, one layer, one long layer.
Isabel said that she hopes that you feel better soon. And Fiona is asking, what clay are you using, Olga, for the holly leaves, please?
That one is like, I would call it no name because it doesn't have name. It's just the silver packet white lightweight clay, and the black one is hearty in black. So
Um,
I was
I
hoping that I can cast everything with that hearty in black, and I will not have to put the black gesso on it. But I didn't. I misjudged the amount of the clay that I will need. I'm more resin person than clay. I
mhm.
mean, you turned me around again, and I like to consider myself going both ways.
Okay, very
With,
nice, very nice.
with our casting materials, we can be, fluid with our choices. Because
Yes.
the truth is that, I could not place those elements casted with resin with such an ease around my plate. I would have to heat up every single one of them separately. And
Yeah.
clay, I can just rip with my fingers or cut with my scissors. And for resin, you have to warm it up and then cut it. Otherwise, it will break in a weird way. And yeah, so now I like to use both of them dependingly uh, on my needs.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know what? I would continue with building the reef, but I can work on that for hours. You with that,
That
multiple?
is true. She's not there's not one word of a lie. She can definitely work on that for hours.
So I will just make it decent enough. And by decent enough, I have to put enough of the castings that I have here to justify mm, making so many of them. And
Mhm.
it have to be quite busy. I like busy projects. I know that projects have to have um, negative space and uh, breathe breathable space, but I consider
Yeah.
me being a breathable space, and everything around can breathe as much as it can. It wants.
But it's good because no, really, like you have a lot of room in the middle. There's no yes, there's pattern in the middle, but there's no like 3D elements. So and I mean it's a Christmassy project, so it definitely has to be super ornate and fancy and everything.
Yes, as much as me as a person, I don't know. Am I fancy? I am, but not in the stupid way, not in the negative sense. I am quite,
Excuse
but
me.
not not like super fancy. I also enjoy simple stuff like playing with clay. But
Well,
with
I'm
Christmas, I like to go all the way mm, through. They don't want to stick yet because I
think
didn't push them.
Christmas is one of those times when it is perfectly acceptable to let your inner, I don't know, fancy, posh self to come out.
Glitter,
Mm,
glitter, glitter,
yes,
glitter.
that's the only time that glitter is acceptable as well, in my eyes personally. But
All the times are perfect for glitter. You can hoover that stuff
oh,
after.
I can, yes, I can definitely. Hello,
Crafty.
Anya.
Hello, Anya. We were live together, and I don't remember what we were. Bubbles. We were doing Christmas bubbles, and you couldn't wait until we are done with. And you had to get up and hoover your glitter, and I was sitting in the pile of the gold leaf. Okay, I will
But
hold it for
I can't. I can't. When there's things like glitter or metallic flakes of some sort or something like that on my desk and it's flying everywhere, it's too much. It's too much. I'm sorry. It's
So
um
this one, I put it offset, so they don't line up. And when I will start to add my sparkly product, I will pick up those little details. And because I already painted black, so I don't have to worry about going very very deep.
mhm,
You should leave it for a dry before painting, but I try to narrow down my heat gun time. That is the worst time of any crafty project when you
mhm.
have heat dry up. Okay, let's take. No, this one is disgusting. Do I have a clear? Yeah. Okay. So stuff will move a lot if they are not dry. I could use like hot glue, but I hope that it will turn nice enough for me to want to keep it, and hot glue would not cut it in the long run.
Yeah, I have to say, like hot glue is okay for like very quick, simple, I don't know, it's almost like sample projects when you just want to play around and see how something works. But if you're planning to keep, sell, do anything like that,
So definitely, I would, even if you like to use hot glue, because I don't know, some people like to have their fingers burn, but even if you use hot glue, then I would go around and fill every empty like space, every hole, every underneath with gel medium to secure elements.
mhm,
Because otherwise they seem like they will stick, but then imagine somebody, you are making a piece, you are gifting it to someone, they hang it on the wall, and then in the middle of the night, some some other day, everything just falls off from your project. Because hot glue is good for temporary solutions, or
mhm.
when you are gluing uncoated materials. So raw wood with the chipboard, for example, or uncoated MDF with something that have quite porous surface without any add-on, then yeah, it will work. It will work for cards when you want to add the flowers or like tiny bells and bows. Yeah, that will work. That will hold, and it would be okay if you manage to not get disgusting blobs all over. It will be perfectly fine. I would not recommend it for any mixed media projects. And I don't think that it's used a lot in decoupage as well.
No, no.
I touch the ribbon on the top of the bubble or something like that, but
Uh,
I think that
yeah,
it's
sometimes.
not also like super common. I think that every tutorial starts with don't use school glue and don't use oh,
Yes, I'm guilty of that, I have to say.
using school glue or school glue.
Oh, both. Both.
Glue, sticking the paper, it would wave.
Oh, Anya says she had to sneak out to order the molds.
Ooh.
And Irma says those molds arrived here today. Gonna play with them tomorrow. Can't wait. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. Stop. Stop, everybody.
You know, while I will be in that Buckingham Palace, you can come here and
Uh-huh.
play with mine. How about that? You don't even have to buy resin. I have plenty because I ordered. I wasn't sure how much one of them will
Take.
consume, and
Mm-hmm.
I knew that because they are limited editions, so it will be kind of fast of a deal to make pictures because I don't I don't like to purchase products blindly. I like to see the real picture of the cast, not the mock-up,
Yeah.
or is it really so much detail? Is it enough of the detail? Because with those over 300 molds, I really have to consider my spacing
Yeah.
and how many of them I want to store. And like today when we were counting them, I have one that I never used yet. And I was so disappointed on because I was sure that I don't have any that I didn't use at all, that I at least tested and it's just waiting for its turn. But it turns that I have one that was never used and I have it for a really long time.
That is
It's a
unacceptable, I
rocking
have
horse
to say.
in the baby style. In case that somebody is wondering, uh, and that was a gift uh, for in Frankfurt. I listened to the presentation about how the molds are made and all of that. The company was making a speech, so I was interested because I
Mm-hmm.
like to know stuff just for the sake of
Really?
knowing. Yeah, so I was there. I was asking the questions like, is it skin safe silicone and stuff like that? Because I
Mm-hmm.
do care about things um, mm, like skin safety and
Yes.
allergy reactions. Because I struggle with skin sensitivity, so I want to know.
I think a lot of people do, and a lot of people feel. I think that's why a lot of people stay away from products like that because they just feel intimidated and scared.
Like you said, use gloves with resin. I made a mistake of, oh, I will just make that one cast, like it will be quick.
Yeah, yeah.
And wear gloves. And I couldn't stream, go live, film the video, or take my gloves off in the public spot for 3 weeks, I think, 'cause I got
Yeah.
the
Contact
really
dermatitis.
yeah, really nice eczema outburst all
Mm-hmm.
over my both hands. And
Mm-hmm.
thank God I didn't touch my face, for example, because that
Yes.
would. Mm, okay. So you know what? I can do one half and the other half off screen because I have a feeling that it takes ages. And people are sitting there and they are like, how long it's
We're
gonna
all waiting. We're all waiting for the big reveal.
Oh my
We're all
goodness.
waiting for Olga to get started with the crumb powders.
Uh, oh my God. Can I say it already? How much I love
Yes,
them?
yes, you're allowed to, especially here, just so that everybody knows. Royal Court distributes literally all of the Pentard product, or almost all of them. So Pentard crumb powders are also available from our retailers. In case if you was after some, and Olga will explain it to you why.
They are
Yeah.
beautiful product. We have either crumb powders that will give you a crumb look. They are also
Mm-hmm.
it's a kind of crumb section, but it's not the same thing. And there are also powders that are called chameleon powders, and those
Yeah.
are the ones that gives you the simplest way that you can explain it. They have two colors in one, dependingly on how the light will hit it. It will show one or the other shade, and it also will depend on the surface. They will look different on the black and on the white surface. In theory, first of all, they came out together, and when you look at them, they look like the same product. I will show you in a second when this one will be drying, because I forgot that we are going with chrome powders, and I don't want to put anything acrylic on top of them because they will require a special sealant that will
Yes.
be either the producer, it's not producer, it's manufacturer recommendation would be either pouring glaze, pouring top coat from Pantard.
Yeah, they have a special dip in paint for it.
Yeah, dipping paint is to have the surface, because um, they give you a very nice result, and they even called rub on pigments.
Mm-hmm.
They are very, very fine grinded. Um, I don't remember which metal, but they are mix of very fine melted metal, actual
Yeah,
metal, that and different colors in them are the effect of
metallic look.
no, no, no. Like they take the metal piece and they attach the electrodes to it, and then they dip it in the fluid. And when electricity flows through it, the metal will change the color, and it gives you
Oh, okay, yes.
entire spectrum of rainbow.
Yeah.
Uh, Chrome powders also have a little add-on that helps them to stick to the surface, but surface have to be perfectly smooth.
Mm-hmm.
That will give you a dipping paint, and it's very self-explanatory product. You can use it with brush, but it's recommended to just dip your object in the paint and then let it dry, or spread it with Jesus. Okay, yeah, that that was a moment of closing the jaw. Wait. Okay. Either dip it in the jar and leave it for dry, or go with the brush. But try not to go too many times over one spot, because that paint will self level. So every time when you stroke it with the brush, you disturb the surface. And when the surface is, I know I didn't paint it here, but I want to show
Fine.
how nice they look. And I will have to add aged look with antique cream anyway, because that's another obsession of mine.
A
Yeah,
what?
and then
Anti-cream.
the thing with the powder is, like, think about it as a tiny par. Oh my God, that is a hard word. Tiny pieces, tiny particles.
Particles.
Yeah, and they are not round. Let's say that they are like little cubes, and when you
Yeah.
rub them with your finger, you line them up perfectly, so they create a smooth surface,
Oh,
perfectly smooth, reflective surface. It's kind of like you gold plating something. It's
yeah.
a process. You're just doing it with your finger. It will work on dipping paint. It will work on UV resin, because you can put them on your nails. If you wear the UV money, then you can put them on your nails, but they will stick also to wax, and they look amazing with gilding glue. And Penta just came out with the new glue. I'm pretty sure that
Tacky glue.
Teresa already have it in her store. It's
Yeah, so
from,
the retailers will have it, yeah.
yeah, it's from Decor line, and
Mm-hmm.
it's, I'm obsessed with gilding glues, and I'm kidding you not, because I have metal leaf glue. I also have 3D glue, and I have 3D glue pen, and I have spares for all of them. And yes, I know that there is a person in the chat that we usually make fun of having spares, but I I I love it, and they
Um,
will stick to that as well. New glue for the, it will be perfect for foiling, glitter, for Christmas projects, for velvet powder. And you know how you apply your foil and you touch your piece and it's still a little bit sticky, even through the,
yeah.
with the new glue, it's not gonna happen. I did test it left and right with absolutely everything that I had, and it's not sticky anymore. As soon as you cover it with something, it holds, and it will not be sticky anymore. And chrome powders will look beautiful on that. But you have to coat them with something, because it's just a powder. And when you are rubbing it on the surface, you just spread it on that surface. So
Yeah.
every time when you scratch it, you will take the product off. So you have to seal it with something. And again, the recommendation would be either the pouring line varnish.
Yeah.
I like to seal mine with spray on varnish, because that's easier. Don't use regular varnish, because it will dull the sparkle. Because again, it's a metal, so when you varnish with not proper product, you start to lift it up. Okay, I
It
open.
will dull down, yeah.
Can I? Okay, I did open the drawer. I did open the drawer. So, and don't make a mistake, because Chameleon is a little bit more challenging product. It will not be as easy to use as the chrome powders. And today I have ruby and I have a gold. And I also have a green, but I had to depot it into different pots, so I will use green of the screen because I dropped the pot and I broke it. Mm,
Ay,
shame,
ay,
shame.
ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, yeah.
Ay,
Okay.
ay, 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 ay.
To stick
It's
them.
okay. We'll forgive you because, you know, you have special circumstances there.
He is special. Okay, so we will stick it with the clear wax. And to apply my chrome powders, I will be using a very professional tool. I'm pretty sure that we all know those little eyeshadow applicators, and they are just amazing with
Yeah, the
that.
ones that come in every single eyeshadow palette and then you throw them in the bin. Well, from now on, do not.
Yeah, don't throw them
Mm.
to the bin. Okay, I'm looking for my waxing brush that will be used. Yes, it's you. And I pick out some of the wax. It stings like orange. I mean, I say it stings like orange. Most people
I
really like
personally
the.
like it.
You
I like the
also
smell.
like green.
I love green. I just painted my living room green.
So, in case that the people didn't guess yet, I'm not the biggest fan of green. I have nothing against. Don't get me wrong. Okay, maybe I do have a little bit against, but my personal preference would be purple, and during Christmas is 1 year exception when I go crazy with green because I believe only in traditional Christmas with red, gold, and green, and nobody can tell me that it's not how it should be. Mm, that is the that perfect. Uh, Christmas movie color palette, and it just looks so nice.
I have
Oh,
to say, I am a very much. I know a lot of people will dislike me for it, but I am a big fan of multicolored Christmas.
uh, I don't mind it
The
very much.
clashier the colors, the better.
I don't mind it very much because it reminds me my childhood Christmas.
Exactly.
Like we had all the ornaments from the, every single shape and every single color. And my mom still have the ornaments that I made in the kindergarten as a kid,
Yeah.
and she's putting them on that Christmas tree. So to make my life a little bit easier and to not embarrass myself with that deported green powder, because I can't open the jar that is in. I will be completely honest. I I am not able to open the jar with the green powder, so I will cheat with acrylic paint from Pantone, and it's called uh, green.
Uh-huh. Very
So
nice.
metallic and green. It's really nice shade.
Nikki says she likes traditional, but likes silver and blue too.
The traditional palette is like it is
She
just.
says a pink Christmas is a no-no.
I don't know if it's no. Like in your own house,
Right,
you
where nobody sees.
in your own house, everyone can do what they want in their own house. Because like we have a ornament that is shaped like cucumber, and as
Interesting
much
choice.
as I would like to have at least once, you know, at least once in my life that Christmas that you have like picture perfect tree with perfectly spaced ornaments and they are all matchy matchy. Unfortunately, my tree is very colorful because every year we get a couple bubbles, and every year each one of us can pick one. As much as I can influence my husband's opinion, and I can harass him to pick something that will be up to my taste as well. My child is absolutely resistant for any suggestions. So he picked cucumber ornament because it's so Polish. And they didn't have potatoes, so he took cucumber. So we have a tiny glass cucumber that looks like a real pickled cucumber, and cucumber have to hang in the center part of the tree, and everyone have to know that we have a cucumber. And yeah, so all my tiny nutcrackers and my skulls and bones, all of them are tucked somewhere behind the tree, in the back, because cucumber
Because
have.
cucumber has the center stage.
Yeah, so and like I live with that. So
That's yeah.
on my projects, I like to have that option of making perfect color palette, and everything that picture perfect, like from the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so the green will dry, and now, okay, it will be weird. Okay, so I pick up a little bit of powder, and it looks like there is not a lot in the jar, but there is still plenty. And you can also mix any old powder with your wax and apply it like that. Okay, wait, I will show you from up close. So when I start to rub over the surface that was previously wax,
Beautiful.
it will just ignore the white edges. I will cover them with patina. I mean, my husband will cover them with patina for me, but yeah, it still counts. So, and you can see that in this area, here it sticks with no issues, but here, when I rub it, nothing happens. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is no wax, and that surface is
Yeah, it's
not friendly for those
not
powders.
smooth enough.
It's not only the smoothness, because now I'm not smoothing it out, and with the wax, I forgot. Mm, the smallest possible amount that you can apply, because if you will apply too much, if you over apply, can you see that it's taking off the powder that I already put on?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The same thing happens when you over apply the wax underneath. When you are rubbing, it will just take off the product instead of just leaving it in. And I would recommend to use spray on varnish. I
Yeah.
don't recommend using aerosols a lot.
This is
It's
one of the cases where it may be necessary.
it's just easier
Mm-hmm.
because you have to seal it. For now, it will not rub off when I wrap them. But first of all, the clay, even that it's coated with gesso right now, it is still quite absorbent material.
Yeah.
So it will absorb some of that wax. Second of all, the, mm, the the powder will start to rub off from the surface, and you get the effect and the look very similar to gold foiling, but without the mess. Look, I don't have any mess on my desk.
Yeah.
You, to
That's,
create a mess, you have to like sneeze into into the um, the jar itself. And this one is okay. The difference between this one and this one is, I think, 2 months of of me owning them. Yeah, it's quite efficient. You have no idea how many entirely gold projects I already made with that tiny jar. I will show you how it should look and what look I'm going for, but it will take me couple hot minutes as soon as I will get one of my assistants here. Can you mute me for a second because I cannot reach to my
Yes,
button?
of course, of course. Here we go. Okay, and Olga's getting her assistant. Can I unmute you now? Oh, I don't know. Like, give me a thumbs up if I can unmute you now when you're ready to be unmuted. Okay.
Yeah, I just
Okay,
have to
there we
call.
go.
I just have to call for my husband, and I don't want everyone to know me from. Yes, I mean this one. Okay, here you go. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Bye. I'm done with writing about my job. Okay. So that is the look that I will achieve and I will go for. I just need,
it's
probably I
beautiful.
will have to rest my hand. So how it's made? It's green, and I believe that this one is called Geekon green.
Um,
Yes,
Echo green, yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's Geeko green and ruby, and here we have gold one. And I did exactly application like here, so everything was black. And wait, if I will flip it, sorry, sorry for the bell. If I flip it, you can see that it was painted black. I
Yeah,
applied my wax. I rubbed in my powder, and then I used antiquing gel also from Pantone. Oh, okay. And I wanted to say schwarz, in black. And that antiquing gel I bought because of you and your obsession with the black wax, because I couldn't put my hand
Mm,
on the black wax anymore, and I decided that that will be a next best thing. And guess what? It is.
it's
It.
pretty good. It's pretty
Is.
good. It's
So I
pretty
will just work
good.
on that little segment here. Ooh, and I will show you that you can mix in a
Have a
little
look.
bit
Look at
in.
those lollies. They're so pretty.
They are. And they will
Mm-hmm.
be even more pretty tomorrow because, not crafting for such a long time. That means that today I will be up until it's finished.
Oh, so we may be able to see the finished product soon.
Yeah, that is the goal, and it would look nice as the finishing touch and Insta story that I already recorded. So you can see that when I'm mixing it, sorry, I have to use the other hand, so it looks weird, but you can see that by mixing it in the wax, I
Mm-hmm.
created myself that super metallic wax. I
Yeah.
would not mix more than you need because it will set in no time. And do I have something black? Yes, I do. Come here. I hope I will not drop anything because that's the last thing that I want to show you. So here I use the mixed in
Let's have a look.
version, and it will look like that.
Yeah.
But mm, if you will go with the wax, take off the excess, and now I can go with my finger and go on top of it. I'm sure that the difference will be visible in camera, and it would be nice if my fingernail would not be on my way. So let's go back with the spatula.
There we go.
Here we go. And the other side. Yeah.
Very shiny.
So when you mix it into the wax, you still get a little bit of shimmer, but it's nothing
Mm-hmm.
if you will compare with this one. Right?
Yeah,
Maybe
that's a
this one.
completely
Yeah.
different
When I took,
level.
because it still doesn't show the product like it looks in the real life. And you
Yeah,
try that. You know that I'm right, that the chrome powder is the next best thing on the
I
planet.
have to say it's very, very satisfying. I personally don't use metallics as often per se. So like for me personally, it's a fun product to play with. It's very interesting, but it's just not something that I end up using in my day-to-day creative, adventures.
I can't say the same thing. Unfortunately or fortunately, I can't say the same thing. And I'm obsessed and I keep using it all the time. And I
But
have
that's
the spare,
perfectly fine.
I,
There's nothing wrong
I
with that.
already have the spare gold one. And I was thinking like, like if I want to have something metallic, there is a metallic wax, but metallic wax will be not the same thing. Another holy. So, okay, here we have the clear wax again on my hand. And you can do it with the wax paste. Don't do it with antiquing paste because
Mhm.
paste will be, though they look the same as waxes and usually they smell with the same orange, they include a lot of solvent. Um, Wax have some solvent in, but the main base is beeswax. So way more skin safe. Though I will clean my hands afterwards, but I never got any issues. So that will be, come on the lid with my finger. There is nothing better than rubbing it in. Okay. And I happen to have wax paste in the same shade. You can see that it's the same kind of color,
Mhm.
but wax, there is a different product that calls this the shimmer. In wax, we have mineral, we have mica, and mica will behave differently. You can color it with any sealant, and yes, it is metallic, and yes, it looks gold, but you can see the difference with the amount of shine and sparkle, or maybe not. Wait, which light?
Yes, a little bit. There we go. That's much better.
Yeah, I mean, all the rest is really dark, but though the color is the same, obviously this one is super sparkly. When I move my hand, you can see that this one is metallic and sparkly, and this one is just metallic.
Yeah.
I would love to rest my hand for a second, and then I will finish it off to show you tomorrow. And I will paint all the leaves with that metallic paint. I will add red only on berries, and all the other deco will be gold. And oh, wait, not this one. And that will be a Christmas plate with the Lablanche mold.
It's looking so, so, so beautiful. I can't wait to see it finished. So just, everybody watching, make sure that you check in on the Royal Court and on Olga's pages and everywhere if you want to see it finished.
I will send you the pictures tomorrow. There is a
Yeah.
chance that you will harass me and make sure that I will finish it off.
Well,
Right?
yeah, I will be like, come on, people need to see.
Okay. Should I flip the camera? Because I don't know where I did put it. I'm
That's,
sure. Okay.
I mean, I think it's okay. I think it's
Okay.
fine. We got to see you at the beginning and say hello.
Yeah, I
Um,
brushed my hair. I brushed my teeth. I put an effort
just
for
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 us.
for the visit in the royal court. Like quick,
I know
quick.
for the royals,
It
definitely.
was. Uh, it is so much fun with those molds. Uh, and I think that entire thing will really nicely match the paper. Paper had the black background, so if I will when I will start to add the paste, the antiquing cream, and I did it on purpose to not cut too much with scissors. I will not wipe it off from all the areas that we still have the sneaky pickies of the paper, and I will try to go as close to my ornament as
Yes, yeah.
possible
Mm-hmm.
with that dark effect. So that will make the flowers pop even more. They will,
It's
the white one would
beautiful.
stand out more if I would paint it with something white underneath. But
Mm-hmm.
I didn't thought about it. I was already excited to start to play. Yes.
Um,
And I didn't
oh yeah,
realize that
Fiona said fabulous. Can't wait to see it finished. Thanks for a very informative live stream, Olga. I
I
have
should,
to say, it has been extremely informative. I think we're all walking away from this live stream with like a whole bag and a few, suitcases full of knowledge now.
I should, start to work on that. And while it's drying, I should start to show the molds because I am still equally excited as I was on the first day because you saw me unmolding them for the first time and
I did.
making all the and basically squeaking from
Yeah,
excitement because guys, you have no idea. They are really beautiful, and I didn't have any Lablanche molds earlier. Terry was saying that they have a lot of details and they are beautiful. And I will believe anything Terry say. Somebody taught me how to use fine line crackle.
yeah.
I will believe absolutely anything. If she will tell us that Elvis is alive and he's king over it now, and we all move to Mars, I will start to practice my Martian because she just knows that.
She does. She does. Well, thank you everybody so much for joining us for this live stream, and thank you so much, Olga, for um, joining us and hosting this live stream tonight and giving
You
us
did
a
host it.
ton of information. Hmm?
I think that you are a host. I'm just a guest.
Okay, well, okay, being a guest on in the royal court, language is not language anymore.
It is math is not mathing. It is
Yes,
it is my pleasure. I really enjoy my time with the molds. Just after the live stream, while my hand is resting, I will edit the pictures and send it to you so you can post it right away. Because I really think that when you see the casts, it's
yes, the
yeah,
casts are
they're
absolutely
limited
beautiful.
edition.
Okay. Well, thank you, everybody, and we will see you soon. Thank you, Olga, and everybody.